It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather back again with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast. Hi, Vera.
Hello, Heather. How you doing? How's the flood?
How's
your arc?
Jeez Louise. I just don't even know. I'm up and down all the time. Baker's back at school, so I feel like things are going to smooth out. And yeah, so my mind is kind of mush, like mashed potato mush.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you could tell, like you all won't hear it, but I messed up the first time and my mind literally went blank.
Yeah.
And
Where am I? Who am I talking to?
And I was like,
again?
it's like it's totally short circuit. Yeah. So that's where we are. How are you?
I understand. Yeah, I just feel like, well, I started my new job not too long ago, so it's making which has been great, but making the adjustments time wise and energy wise, I'm still kind of struggling after being off of steroids because the steroids, make you like ping, 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 ping.
Yeah.
And then you go off of them and then you're like,
I don't know what I'm doing.
Exactly. So I'm kind of like that. I mean, I have a few moments where I'm doing pretty good when I've had tons of caffeine, but then other times where I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
got to get off the couch and get some poop done. So
I know, because you've been so used to like really living your life on your own terms, and now you have a boss again.
Yes, totally. Who is amazing. I do. I love him. I'm like, so far, so good, knock on wood. But it's just, yeah. I mean, I have other people to answer to. And
yeah, it's not so much like the leadership ability. It's now I can't just consider myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I have other obligations.
And I literally, because there were a lot of days where I literally just did not get out of my pajamas and, or I'd have day pajamas and night pajamas.
Have you heard about the band? It's called like Beta Brand.
No, what's that?
It's like yoga work pants.
Ew.
I think it's called, they're a little pricey. I think they're like $100, but from what I hear, like people live and die by these. Like they're like, these are the best pants. They fit so comfortably, blah, 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 blah. Check it out. I don't know anything about them because I am too cheap and I still work from home. So like whatever. So I have like I have 5 outfits and most of them are dresses based on like how big I get. And so I will go in bitter cold with a dress on. I'll just put some tights on under it.
Yeah. Well,
but that's because I don't go in public. People see the same outfits all the time.
I don't have to dress up for my job, because it's radio. It doesn't matter what I look like. But of course I want to look presentable, So I do have a few good like workout outfits that I'll wear to the gym and then wear to the station and wear at home. And that's pretty good. Well, it's a little, it's a step up from pajamas.
But is it?
Is it really? Yeah, of course.
Stinky?
According to me, it is.
Stinky.
It might be a little stinky. It's just Pilates. At least I'm not like running marathons or anything.
Oh, true. But you sweat like a beast.
I do sweat a lot. Although Pilates, I don't sweat as much as I do with other stuff. But you're correct. I do sweat a lot.
Yeah. And for me, like it takes like a lot for me to sweat.
I know. That's why Jerry is. I'm like, how do you not like explode or something? You're so weird.
It is. No, I do. I get faint though, like because my body's not cooling off, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So whatever. Anyways, we're all different. Embrace it.
Right.
Yeah. But just think about all that water weight you lose. And I don't get to lose that.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah. There is that. Yeah.
So we wanted to talk about something really kind of heavy today. And this is something that I saw. It's a BuzzFeed article, so take that for what it's worth. But the article's title is "Parents Who Regret Having Children Are Making Anonymous Confessions Online, and it's taboo but important." And I sent this to Vera, and I was like, I think we need to talk about this because I think the premise for I Can't Mom Today was because we all as moms are like, I cannot do it, and there are people that are out there that are triumphing and can do it and are doing it every day. And kudos to you, but I am not that person and I'm okay with that. And so, you judge me if you will, but I'm not going to judge other people for the thoughts and feelings that they have. Because it sucks. It sucks. And like, as a not mom, I judged moms because I was like, ugh, how can you not see that? And as a mom, I'm like, holy, like I got a real quick reality check.
How dare I judge? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and so then I judge my judgy self.
Yes, but 100%. That's what happens when you're not a mom. You're like, oh, once I'm a mom, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. There's only going to be an hour of TV. Yeah. Blah, blah. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So as a mom, then you start to realize that it's not this easy. And that's the having a teenager myself, like I did not realize how hard some of this could be. Mm-hmm. And then they don't do the cute little, like the cute stuff that little ones do. Like they're big and stinky. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love my kid, but he's big and stinky. He's not going to do something like, Mommy, and you're like, oh, and you get over the fact that they were being a stinker like not too long ago. Yeah. It's like, bro.
Yeah. Shut your mouth is what I'm going to tell you.
Cute. Exactly. You're not, where's my cute little munchkin little kiss his feet and eat his little baby cheeks. Yeah, no.
And I feel like this article was a little misleading. I don't think you're going to get into, there's like five confessions essentially. And one is like a brother took on his brother's kids for one reason or another. And he regrets that he hates that he has to do that, and like another one person, I just didn't think that this was really true to the title, but I think we all have maybe not regrets, but we have some times where we wish we were somewhere else. And I think that's completely normal.
I do too.
I just think it's normal. Like there are times where I'm just like, wait, like, and Brad and I always say it all the time. We're like, have kids, they say, it'll be fun, they say.
Yeah, right.
They say that all the time because there's, Baker's having a meltdown and it's just like, we have to keep humor about it. But there are times where I just want to check out and be like, you know what, listen, I don't want to be a mom today and I'm not going to. So I'm going to go to my room for a couple hours. I'm going to watch a movie. And then I'm going to come out. I'm going to be a different person.
Yeah. Good luck with all that.
No, I do. I go,
because I get that knock, 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 Mommy. And of course, when you're a single parent too, you don't have another adult there. Yeah. So, that makes it really hard when you're a single parent. Yeah.
But the difference with a single parent is you do get to have a weekend away most times, not all times. Now, there are some single parents out there that you are just never going to get a break.
Yeah. Never. Yeah.
That's when you need to lean on your friends and your family and say, can you please take him, her, or them for a couple hours? I need some time. And that's where your friends and family come in and they're going to support you because this, I feel like we're so guilted into being this perfect parent that never makes mistakes and never gets a break, that we aren't allowed to ask other people because we might be looked down on. And like for mental health, stop.
No. And I firmly believe like back in caveman times or whatever, that it wasn't up to one or even two people to raise the children. I think that everybody pitches in. I mean, even you look at like families where, they're multi-generational and people live in the same house. And that's so, if the kid's bored, instead of just going to mom, you're going to, grandma or Aunt Joe or, Uncle Bob or whatever, because they happen to be in the house. You've got other people's eyes on them, So I think that I don't think it's necessarily natural for people, especially when people have, 3, 4, and 5 kids. It amazes me that they do it, all on their own. But there's no way. So I just think it's natural. I think it's perfectly natural for if it takes a village. I think you need a break, man, and you should take that break because you start to resent your kids. You start to get. I remember, when Luke was little and Luke's dad would have him one night a week, and by that 6th night, I'd be like, for the love of God,
yeah.
I just need a break. So for those people who didn't, have the opportunity to have a, co-parent with someone, like you said, maybe turn to a friend or a family member and say, hey, Friday night, can you take my kid, please?
Yeah. Or like look into some spirituality and, not saying like a certain religion, but look into, there are all kinds of different aspects of spirituality. And a lot of times they have daycare. So you can go try to get into, like I was trying to
figure out where you were going with that. Yes.
I went to church as a kid and we always went to like the youth part, and my parents always, my mom always went to this part. And so, I'm not saying a church necessarily, but like, at least you get some time alone and you're working on yourself in a different way than being mom.
Yes.
Or dad or guardian, whatever, whatever your situation is. But like, stop, and we had one person comment on the post that we did, and they're like, oh, well, my husband didn't, or one of the kids, I didn't, it worked out great. Da, 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 da. Like all these people sound whiny. And I was like, whoa. Like, that's not the reason, I didn't love that comment, because what if it would have turned out differently? What if, her situation turned out different? Like, how would that, it's still valid. It's still a valid thing that you're dealing with. Right. So like, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Well, I thought, I know who she is. So I know that's one of the problems sometimes when you write something, that you don't hear, like I can hear it in her voice, what she says. So I understand what she's trying to say. And I don't think it totally came across. I don't think it came across if you don't know her, then you would think, oh, well, she's calling these people whiny. Whereas no, she's, I think her point was, I didn't think I wanted kids and my husband convinced me, but I didn't do it for him. I did it for me too. When I finally decided, and it's, I'm so glad, my kids mean everything to me. So I think that was more what she was trying to say is, that it's not so much she was calling those people whiners exactly, but she's saying, I know I made the right decision. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally. I maybe just like thinking about when posting it, just how it's going to be read by other people. And it's not always easy because it's your opinion, your feelings, and your words coming out. And so know how you're saying it. But then like, I think maybe just saying, like, giving this circumstance versus saying the other people whining.
Yeah. Well, see, it's funny to me because you picked up on that.
Yeah.
And to me, that's not the majority of it. The majority of it is I never wanted kids, but I had kids and I'm so glad. And it's wonderful. I love them more than anything. They're everything to me. Whereas that one little bit where she says, some of these people sound like selfish whiners. That's what you honed in on.
Yeah.
You see, but
because I don't know. Yeah. And I don't know this person. So it's not, but it's just like when I read this, I sympathize with some of these people, not all of them, because obviously I don't have that same situation, but there are some, like one person he was in an abusive relationship and his ex-partner, got pregnant, like right towards the end when he left that abusive relationship. And now he's tied to that person forever. Like that would be like, I don't even know what I would do in that situation, but I certainly don't fault him for, being sad about that. He loves the kid.
Oh yeah. He goes on to say he has a very strong bond with his child.
He's like, against my wishes, I wanted to terminate the pregnancy, but like, I'm glad that it didn't happen. But at the same time, now he's tied to this person, person that was in, not the best situation, and so it's like, I didn't pick up on that as whining. I was like, man, that sucks. But I'm glad that there is a silver lining to this. And I'm glad you're focusing on that silver lining. So, like I could sympathize with a lot of what these people are saying, like, or empathize, not sympathize, because I'm not going through it. So I can empathize. But yeah, so that's, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like we aren't allowed to say what we don't like about parenting and being a parent. Like if I could take out the actual parenting part, my journey as a parent would be so much better. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm always saying like, Baker, don't do that, Baker, don't do that, Baker, don't do that. But also trying to even that out with giving him praise, because it's like for every, I don't know what it is, every 6 praises that reduces a negative, like every positive, 6 positives to 1 negative, I think. I can't remember the ratio.
Yeah.
But so it's so hard though, when they don't listen and you're like, ah.
Yeah. And they don't.
They don't. They're just little maniacs.
Well, yeah. And then not so little.
Yes. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's hard. It's just like that actual part of, I guess it's like more of nagging than it is really parenting, because the parenting, I think, is a bigger aspect. It's teaching your child about the world. And like, I love doing that part. Like, oh, who asks a question. I'm like, oh, let's, let me talk to you about this. I love that part of it. I mean, it's like the discipline. I'm just like, bleh.
Maybe that's why people love being grandparents.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
how do you skip right to a grandparent role?
I know, exactly. Just skip over. I just want to be a grandparent. Thank you. Can I just not have a kid and be a grandparent?
Yeah. That's amazing.
I mean,
that's
wonder.
An amazing idea.
Yeah.
How do we monopolize on this?
I don't know.
But yeah, it is, because grandparents do get to teach the children about the world and give them all the fun experiences without having to actually parent them.
Yep. So someday, not anytime soon.
God,
I look forward to being a grandparent. Not anytime soon. We're going to take our time with this. But yeah, I am looking forward to hopefully being a grandparent one day. That would be nice.
I'll probably never get a chance to be a grandparent, but
why not?
Because I'm old.
Whatever.
And I'm already like falling apart. So I don't even know if, yeah. So yeah. But in any event, but yeah, I just want us to all like take a second and acknowledge, like when you are looking at someone else's situation and you judge them for any reason, anything, like take a second and say, why am I judging this person? Like, what about this situation makes me uncomfortable? What about this situation is making me feel this way? And could I understand where they might be coming from? Because I think that's, we didn't have a lot of we have a lot of engagement on a lot of things in our group, but like, we didn't have a lot of engagement. I feel like some people are afraid to step forward and say, yeah, I feel like I could give my kid away sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in reality, you would never do it. Right. But
no,
like,
of course
there's a minute in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year that you're just like, if he just goes up to the front porch for a few minutes.
Oh yeah. That's what my mother always used to say. She'd say, I'm going to put a sign on you that says kid for sale and put you on the corner, or I'd say to Luke, I'm going to send you back to the kid factory. And I think also verbalizing this, not to your kids and only to your friends is, friends or family or whatever, I think is really important. I'm going to send you back to the kid factory is kind of a funny way of saying you're driving me nuts.
Where's my return?
Yeah, exactly. So, and then eventually he got older. He was like, there is no kid factory, is there, Mom? I was like, maybe.
Yes, there is. Just don't even worry about it.
Exactly.
We always ask about our return policy. What's the return policy or the warranty on this
return
thing?
Policy. Exactly. Never.
Yeah. But just know that if you are having a hard time and you don't have anybody in your group to, not judge you and to reach out to and just say, this is how I'm feeling today. If you got us, we're here for you. And so just email us at ican'tmomtodaypodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up in the direct messages on both Instagram and Facebook, I Can't Mom Today Podcast. And I don't ever check Twitter, so don't even try me there. But I'm willing to.
I do sometimes. I'm on there through I Can't Mom Today. Yes. So
yeah. So, but hit us up. We're here for you. I'm here to not judge you as much as humanly possible. And so you got us.
Yay!
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.